at the helm here, and so great to be here today with you and the First Lady of Hyattsville, the parents of Wanika. And since I'm one of Wanika's big sisters, then I guess that adds me to the family as well. But I have to tell you that I am just really, really thrilled to be here today to stand here and to endorse Wanika Fisher. And you know, so that the record's already clear, I think the senator did a great job, as well as the chair of the delegation, of describing to you the fact that I have been able to witness this Super Bowl winning team in Annapolis and the tremendous work that they have done. This is without exaggeration. In case you didn't hear Senator Penske clearly when he said $2.5 billion, I just want to remind you that that's the largest sum of state aid that has ever been brought back to Prince George's County during the legislative session. And to tell you, not that we're competitive or anything, although we are, you should know that since Prince George's is the second largest jurisdiction in the state of Maryland, right behind Montgomery, just to give you some sense of what a tremendous accomplishment this was, we brought back $2.5 billion, and I want you to know that the next closest jurisdiction in size brought back $1.3 billion, and so they almost doubled what was brought back, and this was just, it was so amazing. So the reason that I tell you that is to tell you that Wanika has been in strong company, and she's held her own. She's been a part of a very strong delegation as a person who was new to that delegation. As a person who understands the leadership, which is why she is the assistant majority leader also in the House of Delegates. And her peers had to come together to vote for her and to say that they had great confidence in her leadership, not only how she stands as a leader for Prince George's, but how she stands as a leader across the state. She is well recognized. She is a person, again, whose competency is without question. We can go one piece after the next. She not only is competent, but she's courageous. In my mind, it matters nothing if you're competent, if you do not have the courage to also have convictions that you stand by. And so when the time came for us to fight, to have the appropriate tools, for example, to eliminate food deserts in Prince George's, I want you to know that some people hid, but not Wanika Fisher. She stood right up and said, right is right. Prince George's County has 132 liquor stores in our county, 2 per square mile in the inner beltway, compared again to Montgomery County that has 26. There's something wrong with this, and she was not afraid to say so. When it came also to doing something about human trafficking, we could count on Delegate Fisher to stand up and to take a stand. When it came to police reform, she didn't hide under the bed. Again, we could find Delegate Fisher, and she stood up and made it clear what right, where, pointed us true north. And so we know that her competency is there, but I'm here to tell you something that might surprise you. As far as I'm concerned, and my father used to tell me this many, many times as a child, being smart is not good enough. It really is not. I wouldn't even be standing here if I thought that she was just smart. Smart's a dime a dozen. The reason that I am here, and you know what, and I've never even been able to share this story with Delegate Fisher, I'm here because of her character. Make that abundantly clear. I have now been in elective office for 12 years, and I can tell you again, smart is not good enough. And it is not what will move our county to the next level. Instead, it is having the kind of leadership that has the character that Delegate Fisher has. Let me tell you just one example of how I know about her character. When I was the elected state's attorney, Delegate Fisher came over and she said, you know what, I think I'm going to be a prosecutor. I want to come in and work as a prosecutor. And she started telling me about her care and concern about the criminal justice system and making sure that justice was available to all. And so I hired her. She then said, you know what, I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to be here and I'm also going to run for office. And I said, well, Assistant State Attorney Fisher, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I want you to choose. I'm just telling you the truth. I said, you know what, this work is so serious, but I want you to choose. And so she did. And she ran for office, she went into private practice, and I'm going to tell you, I was astonished at her maturity. There are many, many people for whom I would have had that conversation, and after that, I wouldn't have even been able to work with the person because their character wouldn't have allowed it. Instead, she said, you know what, I'm still partnering with you. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we are successful. I understand what you said. I'm going to go run for office, and I'm going to continue to work with you to make us successful. That is unusual character. I don't usually see it, and she's done exactly that. So, Delegate Fisher, I've never been able to say that to you, but her character is uncommon. Her maturity is uncommon. And I tell you, I couldn't be any more proud. We need more Delegate Fishers. If we look across this country at the coarseness of our dialogue, that you can't disagree with people without them wanting to hurt you or to harm you, the fighting that is happening from the national level down. We need more leaders like Delegate Fisher who can look at the issue and look at the people who are necessary to make sure that our community succeed and say, we're going to find a way to work together. That's what she has done. That's what's necessary to continue to deliver great things for Prince George's County. So I endorse Delegate Fisher. Can't wait to work with her on the county council, and I am so glad that all of you have come here as well to support her. And let me tell you, they're not going to give it to you. I want to be clear about another thing. We can sit out here tonight and we have a wonderful time, but the truth of the matter is, she needs our help. She needs our financial resources. She needs us knocking on doors and talking to what Senator Joanne C. Benson would call Lottie-Dottie and everybody to make sure that they understand. Again, why are we electing her? It's not just because she's smart. Smart's a dime a dozen. It's because she has the character to do it. So anyway, congratulations and happy birthday to you, and I look forward to continuing to work with you. Thank you so much.